Go Chundria, Chundria, it's Chundria Show.
Communication in any relationship is good, and that of a marriage is absolutely imperative. My special guests are a dynamic married couple here today to talk about healthy communication in a crumbling marriage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Arhana, and I'm a relationship coach specializing in personal relationships and business relationships.
Hi, I'm Jermall Morgan, and I'm a financial coach. And
you're
watching the Chundria Show. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Finally.
How are you today?
Great.
Feel
We're
good?
doing good. Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you for being a guest on the Chundria Show. I really appreciate it. Let's start. So please tell me about yourselves and how did you meet?
Okay, well, I am a relationship coach, personal and business. So I help singles and couples emotionally heal, connect deeper through intimacy, and ultimately just live authentically. In terms of business, I help businesses connect deeper to their clients, to their employees, and really just help them to really better collaborate, with their partners. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I am Jermall, and I'm a financial coach, and I help singles and couples create a lifestyle freedom that they have for themselves by eliminating debt and creating more cash flow.
I love this dynamic. How long have you two been married?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
In May.
Well,
In May.
3 years in May.
3 years.
Right. It's just coming so quick though.
Yeah. So as you continue to grow in love, what do you attribute to your personal success in marriage?
Success, I have to define it first because success is just totally different for everyone. So success for us is authenticity, evolution, transparency, peace. And so we are on the path to success. It's important to evolve as well. And I think before I met Jay, I was just so peaceful and I was evolving and I was really connected to authenticity and not being, just not apologizing for it. But then when you start dating and then when you get married, you start to evolve as a couple. And then you start to have to almost learn again how to then be or how to still be authentic within the marriage. And so I say we're on the path to success. We are creating our own blueprint, and so we are definitely hopeful that we will have that success where we know and we can just kind of settle into it and say, oh yeah, like all of those things, we're experiencing that at one time. So it's definitely a work in progress, and we are only in 3 years, so yeah.
Still newlyweds.
We're still newlyweds,
Jermall,
yeah.
what's your opinion?
Well, I feel like success with us is always a journey, and throughout that journey, we have to figure out each other on that journey, and that's what each time that we have a win, then that's our success.
Oh, you guys are too much for me. This is so perfect. Dr. Michelle, tell me about your business. Is it Mikkel Life Coaching?
Yes.
And it's Mikkel Life Coaching, and then you also do the relationship coaching. What services do you specifically offer?
So again, I help singles and couples to emotionally heal, and intimacy is a real big thing with couples, because sometimes when you've been married for 20 years or 10 years, you start to disconnect sometimes in terms of intimacy. And I deal with the 4 intimacy. So physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy, and spiritual intimacy. So we really have to make sure that those intimacies are always operating at a higher capacity. They may not operate at the same capacity, but at a higher capacity. And again, I help businesses as well through something that I love is business intimacy. So I help small businesses as well as corporations to help their teams to connect deeper through intimacy. And what that means is just to have a deeper connection, because sometimes we're so afraid of the word intimacy, but all it really means is just to connect deeper. And why would you not want to have that with your customers? You want to have lifetime customers and lifetime referrals. Well, that means that you got to connect deeper to what they're thinking and what they're feeling. And the same thing with the people that you work with, and learn acceptance, and learn that we learn differently. We have different perspectives. So I think that that's really been a really great thing with businesses, to actually even connect to that. And you can save like 50% on your advertising and marketing, because you won't have to do that so much if you have lifetime customers. So that's what I do with business as well.
In the spirit of today's topic, healthy communication in a crumbling marriage, what advice do you both have for individuals who struggle in effective communication along with its negative impact on their marriages?
Transparency,
Yep,
transparency from the very beginning. You have to be honest, because when you're not honest, you then take someone else's choice away, because they might have made a different choice had they known the full truth, and you didn't omit some things, because it's like, oh my God, she's going to be mad, or he's going to be mad, or I don't want to hear him argue, but integrity. So integrity means that you would do the right thing, that even if no one is looking. And so you have to first have that integrity as well. Vulnerability, that's a big thing, because in the beginning, he would hear vulnerability, and you could tell his whole demeanor would change. Like, yeah, I'm not weak, And I'm like, but I use the term a lot. So he's had to get used to all these fuzzy terms, is what he calls them. But vulnerability is the opposite of being weak. It is the most strongest, I think, and the most courage that you will have, because you have to show that person your woundedness. You have to be naked. You have to be open. I mean, this is your lifetime partner. This is who you sleep with every single day. How could you not, be vulnerable? But it was tough. But how do you feel like, don't you feel like in terms of vulnerability with you now, that it's much better?
It's definitely much better. I believe that it definitely brings a connection to us. For you, there's something that you're highly with. For me, it was a challenge, but I believe that it definitely connected us much more, because now she knows who I am a little bit better, and we can have that conversations about intimate things that normally guys don't talk about.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. So you're a financial coach.
Yes.
So you have a couple that's in front of you, and they're having financial issues. I mean, are you delving into communication, or how would you help a couple whose marriage is falling apart because of finances? No, definitely.
I think that communication is definitely a good part of that, and that's the reason why you have those issues in finances, is because there's a communication problem. That you guys are not on the same page when it comes to what should be done, what are our steps, what are we trying to achieve. So we have to communicate what each party wants, and then put that on paper so that they both see it, that makes it reality, and then they both can work towards those goals.
And also, like, listening with compassion. Can I say with like one more tip, because I think it's like amazing. It's take one, take two, take three. That's what I give to clients. So the take one is we come and we're just like, these are the issues, so that one's kind of a little intense, okay, because you're getting out all the issues. When it gets too intense, when it does, is you're like, take one. And then once you say take one, that means that we stop and we take 3 deep breaths, and we tell each other we love each other, and then we tell each other when we're going to do take 2, which hopefully is the following day. And then we come back with the options, okay? So we bring the options. Hopefully there's an option in there where we agree on one of the options. Then we go back and we self-reflect, and we come back to take 3. And take 3 is the resolution. So I just feel like it's so focused that you both want the same thing, and that's to resolve. And then you won't go years and years and years without unresolved conflict.
All right, let's talk about your second book, Vows.
The Vows.
The Vows, which you brought today.
Yes.
Love this cover. And then you have a new book that's about to be released, right?
Yes.
Vows too?
It is the Self Vows.
The Self Vows.
Yes.
And how does that book differ than this one?
Okay, so this book is for couples. So if you are thinking about getting married, you're engaged, you are married, sadly, if you're thinking about getting a divorce, this is the book for you. It's like 250 questions, and it digs deep into every vow that you take when you are getting married. So for example, for rich or for poor, that's where Jay comes in.
Collaboration.
Definitely. So the book is amazing because it doesn't let you off the hook. It doesn't allow you to just answer yes, no, or I don't want to answer. You know, it really prompts you to dig deep. And I'm so happy because we have a 95% success rate. We've helped over 500 couples through this and stay together, reinvent their relationship. And we're just excited about that. So the self-vows, here's what we found, is that I began to sit down with so many couples through the vows program. And I started to realize there was a pattern. When I would, separate them and talk to them alone, and they would really tell the truth, when the other person wasn't sitting there, I realized that they hadn't taken their own self-vows. And that was why they were having such a problem in the relationship. So for example, to have and to hold from this day forward. To have, do I accept everything about myself? My flaws, my challenges, but am I willing to evolve? Am I my biggest supporter, meaning to hold? Do I support myself? Am I my biggest cheerleader, or do I wait for someone to define the greatness in me? Moving forward, am I always stuck? Do I just stir in the past? So if I do that with my own self, right? And then I extend the vow to someone else, what do you think is going to happen? I'm not going to have things about you. It's going to be really tough to accept things about you. I'm going to be always trying to change you. Maybe I will lack support even for you because I can't even do it for myself. Maybe I will take all your energy because I'm constantly saying, support me, support me, support me, and I'm not giving you that support. If I can't move forward in terms of myself and with my own past, how in the world are we going to move forward when we have disagreements and a difference of opinion, and we're talking about a lifetime? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to write another book.
You didn't want to write it?
No.
Oh.
I was like, after this one, I was just like, okay, you know what?
Wait, Jermall, you were involved in this book, right?
Yes.
You were part of,
Yes.
What was your involvement in this? Because you all were married when you wrote this, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was your
Yes.
involvement?
Newly married.
Well,
Like 5 minutes married?
Like 5 minutes.
the actual formation of this book actually came as a suggestion for her as we were trying to cultivate some of her business dealings and just restructure some things. And I wanted her just to make it a little pamphlet, like an ebook, something like that. And as she started writing it, like all these things just came out. And she's like, this is not just a small token of something, is something more. So it actually evolved into what it is now.
But
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an ebook.
He was just saying, let's do an ebook. And this is what I said. I said, okay, ebook, all right, 45 pages. Because I was really against writing a relationship book. So when he said that, I was a little resistant. I said, okay, fine. I'll do 45 pages, no problem, ebook. And so...
And didn't want to write the 45 pages.
Didn't want to write the 45 pages. But then I am an author, so even though I'm getting very much so comfortable with that term, but I do know that I am, because once I start to write it, I can't stop. I can't stop until it's all out. So a really good friend of mine, his name is Vaughn, and so I says, well, this is how many pages I have. He said, yeah, it's not an ebook. It's a whole book. You're in it. You're in it.
So
and I was like, no.
Wrote 5,000 pages and thought you were going to do that was my ebook.
I just was
poured
thinking,
it out of you like that.
I didn't want to go through because I had already went through the book process.
You
Really
also
excited.
do the retreats, which I love. Like it all.
Yes.
So I get your
Yeah.
mind. Like I
Yeah.
get how it all works from a business standpoint. Like
Yeah.
you're doing the retreats. Let's write a book. That way we can reach more people. Than
Yeah. Well, because the book is the vows and the self-vows. It's a program. So you can take the program one-on-one with me, you know, or, you know, for people that maybe they're just not local, you know, or maybe they don't want to do it over video conference.
Well, I think this is all absolutely amazing. I am so enamored by you both, just by your business sense, but also, you know, that you bring that into your household. You bring everything that you do, and you create it with love. And I think that you all will continue to flourish in your very own unique way. You know?
Thank you.
It's going to be fantastic. My next guest is a luxury real estate agent and a culinary nutrition expert. Although she's busy closing major deals, Mireya Rodriguez makes sure to put healthy living at the top of her priority list. Today, she and I discuss the secret to staying motivated with our health goals.
Hi, I'm Mireya Rodriguez. I'm a luxury real estate agent in Los Angeles and a culinary nutrition expert and health coach. And you are watching the Chundria Show.
Tell me about yourself and your secret to juggling your life as a luxury real estate agent and culinary nutrition expert.
Yeah, life is busy and I need my energy always for what I do. So I'm in real estate in Los Angeles and I help people, you know, buy and sell property. And for that, I need tons of energy and I need a lot of mental clarity and focus for sure. And I also, I have been very, very passionate about nutrition since I lost a lot of weight when I was 16 years old. 16,
okay.
Back in high school. So that's when my journey with health and wellness began. And although I was doing different things in my life with real estate and in the hotel industry, I always had a deep passion for nutrition. One of the reasons being that I suffered from an eating disorder. And after I lost that weight, and I just, you know, just dealing with that eating disorder, through that I was trying to get out of it and trying to heal myself. And through that I was really learning about nutrition, about mindset, about all of these things, and, you know, self-care. And that's really how it all started growing for me. I was healing digestive issues the natural way because I don't like medicine, I like prevention. So through my own
research,
journey,
your own experience, you started helping other people.
I started helping other people.
So in what capacity do you help other people?
So I help people with weight wellness, with their energy, focus, and just learning how to live a healthier lifestyle and not just lose weight, right? I can help people to lose weight, absolutely. But my goal is to empower them to understand how to make the right choices and how to make the changes on their own, and right, that they don't need a health coach for the rest of their lives. You know, they need that push and that accountability for some time, and then they're gonna grow into loving being in a healthy body.
Everybody may not have the same mental strength that you did to say, this is what I want, I'm gonna lose these 35 pounds and I'm gonna lose them. And you were 16 doing that.
Yeah.
So, you know, to be an adult, you have work, you have life, you have husbands, wives, children, responsibility, businesses, etc., that can distract you or take priority or precedence over healthy living. You know, how do you encourage people to make that just as much of a priority?
Yeah. First, when I talk to people, it's all about take it one step at a time. It doesn't have to be this big jump.
Okay.
From I'm eating unhealthy to all of a sudden I'm like the healthiest person, I'm cutting everything out.
So less pressure.
Less pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just take the first step. And then let's do it one day at a time. And let's focus on, okay, so what are the things that are healthy that you like? What are the exercises or the ways to move your body that you enjoy? Because the best exercise and the best workout is the one that you're actually gonna do. Right? And it's the same, the diet is the same thing. It's the one that you're going to be able to follow. And I don't like the word diet, but diet is actually a term that is just used to define a specific type of eating. Now it has a bad connotation, right? Because we're dieting.
Right.
People are just
people don't feel good about
they don't feel good about dieting, but So I believe in just showing people, you know, let me ask you first, like, what do you like and what do you don't like? And let's work around that, right?
So how in depth do you go? Do you help people meal plan? Do you help people set fitness goals, set workout goals? Like, how deep do you go?
All of it. And one of the things that I do is because I nourish my body in a specific way. I use a super easy system. So I help people with that system, and then through that they also learn how to make the right choices. So it's simple. It's not, you know, you don't have to be meal prepping, because that's the other thing. People are busy. I don't have time to meal prep.
Okay. But you do plan.
I plan, exactly. I plan what I'm gonna eat, and I have simple solutions by my side all the time. So I know what I'm putting in my body is good for me, and it's gonna energize me. It's not gonna drag me down. But quite frankly, I don't think most people have time to do a lot of meal prepping these days. So it's about teaching them what are the better choices, right? And then, okay, so this is what is good. And then, you know, it's not about falling off the wagon or staying on the train or anything like that. It's about, you know what, every day you make choices that are gonna make you feel better. Because really it's for feeling. It's not so much, a lot of times, like when I started losing weight, it was for the looks. But today I don't eat and work out merely for the looks. I eat well to live healthy, to feel good, to like not be dragging, right? And to have the energy to serve the people.
So I was gonna ask, you know, like, because, you know, it comes with a lot of guilt once you're on this track. You fall off the wagon, you miss a day, you miss a workout, you miss, oh, I ate a pizza when I wasn't supposed to be eating meat. I mean, I was supposed to be eating bread. Oh, I'm gonna have that pizza today, and I'm gonna feel guilty about it. How do you take away that guilt and replace it with like some kind of positive energy? What advice do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. It's that same thing. It's like, do not feel like you need to deprive yourself to live a healthy lifestyle, because every day is a new day. Every hour is a new hour. That's the funniest part.
It's a reset.
It's a reset. It's a reset. 2 hours from now. Right. You know what? You had like a super awesome brunch, you know, and you had the pancakes and the whole thing, and the mimosas, right? Well, then the rest of the day, you're not gonna beat yourself up for it. What are you gonna do? Is that you're gonna make reset better choices after that, or, you know, or healthy. Not even better, because we can say one is good or bad, right? It's like just a healthier choice after that. And the same thing with the workout. You know what? The world's not gonna end if you didn't work out one day, but if you then let that now, oh, I didn't work out yesterday, so now I ruined it. So I'm gonna start next Monday. You know, start next Monday.
I'm April 1st, the 3rd. I'm gonna start fresh in April. It's the things we tell ourselves.
Exactly.
Right? And there's a lot of pressure and anxiety, and that defeats the whole purpose.
Exactly. And you know, it actually, I talk to so many people and they do that. They tell me, oh, I'll start over on Monday. And I'm like, but why?
So when your clients tell you they want to start over, that's where you come in as an accountability partner and say, no, we're not starting over Monday, we're going to start over today.
Today. It's like right now, okay, what's the better, what are you going to have for dinner?
Oh, I see.
You know, great.
You're a great accountability partner to have. So let's get personal. What tools or resources do you use to stay on track with your own goals? And how do you practice self-care?
Okay. Well, first, I wake up usually at around 5 or 5:30 a.m. on my own. You know, my eyes just like open.
You just get on up. Okay.
Yeah, but I make sure to go to sleep early.
Okay.
So that's one of the most important things for absolutely everything and anything when it comes to health and wellness is sleep. Because your body actually is gonna, if you're not sleeping enough, your body's not regenerating overnight, and your body's gonna start accumulating fat. Body fat. So
just from not sleeping
enough, because then all your hormones are all out of whack.
A tricky thing.
Yeah, exactly. So
why people work out and they don't understand why they're not
losing weight.
Someone said that to me recently. I don't understand why I'm not losing weight.
Exactly.
I've been working out.
I've been working out.
Weight.
Exactly.
You're getting 3 hours of sleep.
That's exactly the problem. The other thing is that 80% of your results is nutrition. It's what you put in your body and what you don't put in your body, right? So the working out part is really important for your health, but it's only 20% of the physical results. I wake up super early. I meditate, I read. I do not look at my phone.
In the morning?
No.
Until what time?
Until at least 8:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I want to do my workout and I want to just not, I don't want to start my day reacting to other people's problems or anything that is nothing. Exactly. So I just want to start my day just centered so that then I can have my calls and all of that and put out all the fires that are going to happen throughout the day.
I have enough of my own things to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to have that energy. The same thing in the evening. My phone goes on do not disturb.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, at 9 p.m. unless I have some major deal that I'm dealing with that I'm like, of course I need to be.
I'm awake.
Yeah. Like I know that there's something that might happen. But most often than not, there's nothing really happening.
Where you can't sleep.
Where you can't sleep.
And get up in the morning
exactly.
And wait till 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
Anything that comes.
Exactly. So scrolling on Instagram and Facebook is not a necessity after 9 p.m. and it actually hinders your sleep, which is another thing because of
you're overstimulated.
And the blue light and all of that. So I do that and then I work out and I always I pretty much have very healthy breakfast and my vitamins. So that
are there foods you avoid?
Yeah. So I avoid gluten as much as I can, and I avoid sugar. I mean, I eat sugar. I eat carbs. Yes,
but you just in moderation.
But in moderation. And then dairy I do here and there. I'm not totally opposed, but I do eat pretty much all grass-fed and grass-fed meats and wild-caught fish and organic foods and just a lot of just basically real food. And I do have my superfood shakes every single day, and I eat a lot of other different things like adaptogens for less stress and focus and clarity. So I have a whole system.
So you can get up in the morning and get these deals
and it's easy. It's not like I go and spend 4 hours at the grocery store trying to figure out what I'm gonna do because it's already it comes pre-made for me. So it's just like pop and go.
Super easy.
Yeah, super easy
lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Well, I'm excited about everything that you're doing. I'm so grateful that you were on my show today. Thank you for your time, your expertise, your inspiration. May you encourage us all to live healthier, full lives and get plenty of rest.
Yes.
She don't Chundria, I don't Chundria, he don't Chundria, go, go. She don't Chundria, I don't Chundria, they don't Chundria, go, go. It's a Chundria show, yo, it's a Chundria, yo, go, go, Chundria, Chundria, it's a Chundria show, go, She don't Chundria, I don't Chundria, he don't Chundria, go, go. She don't Chundria, I don't Chundria, they don't Chundria, go, go. It's a Chundria show, yo, it's a Chundria, yo, go, go, Chundria, Chundria.